First of all, I just want to give thanks, much love and respect to Miriam and her team for putting on something like this, for sharing space with such beautiful people, my people. And where do I start? My name is Shelly Jarrett. I am a multiple award-winning entrepreneur. I'm a magazine publisher, a publisher magazine by the name of SMJ Magazine. It covers arts and entertainment, beauty and fashion, health and wellness, faith and community. We give entrepreneurs like ourselves a platform to tell our stories. I am also the CEO of SJP Consulting, and what I do in this consulting firm, I'm a business consultant. I help support women. I don't like to use the word help because we don't need help, we just need support. Women that are starting up their businesses and women that are scaling businesses. And under my other hat is I'm a documentary filmmaker. As you know, our lives are full of stories, right? We've got so many stories from the time we were, myself, I'm Guyanese, South America. 400 years ago, they took us from our beautiful country of Africa and spread us around the world. So we always have stories. We have stories about our families, about our businesses. Today I'm here to talk to you about my business story. And where do I start? 10 years ago, I left corporate. I worked for the bank. And I had done financial services for like 20 years, pretty much. And so when I left corporate 10 years ago, I was stuck because there's nothing else on my resume. I didn't even have a resume because I've been in the field for so long, but I had to do something. So I was encouraged to go and do a women entrepreneurial course because my background again is social work. I have a social work background. So as you know, your career is going to change over the years, right? It's not going to remain the same. And so after I left social work, I always supported women, of course, women in empowerment or work with women in experiencing domestic violence. So I didn't want that anymore. When my kids were little, I went into financial services, did very well, lost money, made money, you know how it goes. And so here comes 2010, don't know what to do. So I went and I did the course and I was very successful. It was for 4 months, teach you everything you need to know about starting your own business. Because for me, one of the things when I worked in corporate, I was always afraid of getting fired. So that was my motivator to start my own business. I can have my own time and do what I wanted. So once I finished, I launched an image consulting company because as you can see, I love fashion and all this fancy stuff. But always, telling the story of working with women and so women can do well. So I dress women for success in the workplace. And that's how I started. Didn't know too much about anything, but just went with the flow. And then a year later, and then I started getting some following on Facebook at that time. Facebook is pretty new at that time. And I said, okay, I need a bigger platform. Why don't I start a magazine? Have no publishing experience, nothing. But I just went on Facebook and I found a few people. I said, do you want to contribute to a magazine? I'm starting this magazine, Image Lifestyle Business, simple, nothing much. I got all these people writing in, oh, I want to write for the magazine. Fast forward, we still publish the magazine 4 times a year and it's been doing very, very well. So I'm there doing my magazine, having fun. 2017, hashtag Me Too broke. It's like, what is this hype? What is this Me Too? Because I left domestic violence, working with domestic violence a long time ago, but I still supported women on the nice side, the empowerment side, because who wants to deal with this dark stuff, right? So here, and I did some research and found out who the person behind this was, Tarana Burke, and what it was all about, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this happens in our community. And so when it broke, as you know, it went viral, and it was about high-profile Caucasian women in the political arena, in the entertainment arena. And I said to myself, but this is happening in our communities, and nobody's talking about it. So I felt a sense of obligation, having a media platform, having the magazine, we need to start telling these stories. And so we approached some women in the community, but by this time I did not want just black women, because I knew it's not just black women that's going through this, all women. And we explored it, and we did a feature on 5 diverse women in the community. And so when I got the magazine and it was all complete, and I looked at it and says, oh my gosh, I felt really bad that these women were experiencing this. So I approached them and I says, this is just a magazine, it might reach a few people here and there, but would you like to tell your story on a larger platform, a big screen, where this reaches many women and it's gonna help other women to start telling their stories? And really that's how it happened. It took us 11 months. No, sorry, let me backtrack a bit. We had 4 women, but we wanted the complete diverse women, so we put out a casting call and we got 5 major cultural backgrounds telling their stories. And really I just got lucky that these women were, because these are very sensitive. It's just, I knew none of the women, by the way, but the only thing I had going for me was my social work background, where I was taught to listen, these listening soft skills that he spoke about, listening skills. And they trusted me. I brought them to my home, and a safe space at my home, so they told their stories, and I picked them, and I says, okay, we're going to script this, and they all agreed. You know how it goes, you got to sign all these documents and this kind of thing. And I got the green light to go ahead with the documentary. Never went to film school, but what I did, I have some connections within the community in the film industry, so I approached a specific director, because I knew it had to be the right director for this film. Like, again, it's very sensitive. It's not just any and every person can direct this, because I knew the vision of the documentary, what I wanted to relay. It's no one person, it's an issue, right? It's directed. So it took us 11 months to make the documentary, 3 days of filming, 30 hours of film footage, and we edited down to an hour and a half, 95 minutes, right? So it's a lot of stories. I mean, filming was hard on me. I had to take breaks, go to the bathroom, cry, come back with my face dry, because I can't let them see the producer crying, but it was tough. But we got through it with a lot of love, a lot of encouragement, and fast forward, we did very, very well. Like I said, I had no idea, didn't plan it, it just happened. And the timing was just awesome. And fast forward to today, COVID came. Before that, we were in Ottawa. I can't forget this. This is stuck in my mind. The very last day, filming the documentary. On our way, we were the very last people in the Carleton University that night. How could I forget? And time we get back in our car, everything, Ontario went into lockdown. So, and so really the documentary did very well during COVID, and there was a lot of stuff came up during COVID, because women were trapped at home with their abusers, and it was fluid, it was crazy. So, we got help some women, provided some services and helped some women out. And so that was last year. And so, okay, I'm not filming now, so what am I gonna do? COVID happened, I got bills to pay, I got to make money, what do I do? And so, remember, I did that course like 10 years ago, and I'm home, as we all were, listening to everything happening during COVID. Everybody's confused, scared, don't know what's going on. And then I heard the federal minister of small business women say, federal government, that women are gonna need new skills to pivot, because these jobs that we're going to, it's not gonna be around anymore. We're gonna have to do something with our lives, find some other business. And I thought, oh, I did that course like 10 years ago. Why don't I get my binder? And I got my binder, turned these modules into video modules, and out of that came the 5 stage of business success, right? So I created an e-course for entrepreneurs. So we were doing that was last year, did a couple of workshops. I even met Minnie. She looks a lot better than on the Facebook thing where we did lots of, this is the first time I'm meeting her. We did a lot of workshops last year. So yeah, so here comes this year, and I'm thinking, okay, so I did a few classes, it's all online, but okay, I'm not making any money. Like, come on, 3 classes is not gonna hit it. And there comes the Ontario government is providing, you know, e-commerce, because remember now, everything has to shift online. You gotta pivot, you gotta have a business online, because so much going on right now with vaccines and whatnot. There's not gonna be a lot of offices. So I thought, okay, I had some merchandise when I launched the documentary, like t-shirts and bags and all kinds of notebooks. Why don't I get online? And that's how I got a grant. I mean, the grant is available for anybody that has a small business in Ontario. And they build a website, and here comes I launched my website like a day ago. So I'm so grateful and thankful for this opportunity to come here to speak with you about what I'm doing. And feel free to visit me here at my booth right here. Ask any questions you want. I'm always open for collaborations and, you know, partnership, because we cannot grow our business alone. You have to have, I've built the business for the last 10 years on partnerships and collaboration. As a matter of fact, I must give my designer a plug. I've partnered with my Quizia, you know her. She's an award-winning fashion designer here in Toronto, and because before I go out of what I've done, I've created a story, because I'm a storyteller, around the documentary and how I can support women with business accessories, like things like laptop sleeves, iPads, notebooks, everything for your journey, journals that, you know, you don't have to be stressed, you just start writing your own story and your own experiences. And I've also partnered with Quizia to make some cushions, because you want to be at home. Home is where you're happy. That's your castle. You want to be relaxed at home. So I'll be providing some cushions. And again, this is her style. This is her dress. And yeah, so that's who I am, Shelly Jarrett. Thank you.